So we're starting. This is it. This is my podcast.
This is your podcast, Enley.
Do I have to give an intro? Like,
You can do it all separate if you'd like.
Do
I
whatever.
just jump right into it.
Jump right into it.
Jump right. Okay.
Let's jump into it.
I just don't know what topic to talk about.
Come on, man. Come on, Enley.
Hey, you know what? I wish what me and Dickey were talking about before that stayed on the podcast. You want to jump back to that?
What?
I'm taking a lecture series right now on personality transformations, and it basically he was talking about at the time, which I think is what Enley's talking about, was the quote was that there's hold on. I'm trying to think of the quote because it was that fucking good. I can't even I don't want to butcher it is the problem. He said, not every treasure has a dragon, but every dragon has a treasure.
Boom.
And I thought that was really cool.
So who said this?
I thought that was really cool. The
lecturer.
lecturer.
Who said this?
Who?
Jordan Peterson.
Oh, Jordan Peterson. Got it.
I was going to say,
Not every dragon has a... What was it?
It's not every treasure has a dragon, but every dragon has a treasure.
Not every treasure has a dragon, but every dragon has a treasure.
It's fucking good, man. That's good. It's like trying to remind you, like, don't be suspect of the universe giving you things. But, like, if something's going bad and you figure it out, goddamn right you're going to get something for it. Like, you don't be suspect of whether or not it's going to be worth it, because it will be. It always is. That was reassuring to me. I thought that was very cool.
Yeah. So this is what? Is this something you're doing for school or what?
No,
you said you're doing
it for fun.
Oh, you're just listening to the lecture.
He basically dropped like a $500 yearly college course, basically. So he drops like a lecture
and you're in
series. I paid for it and I got in. So I'm like,
oh, okay.
So basically he's doing.
I've heard him talk about this.
He basically said he picked his favorite lecturers around the world, and he said, just lecture about what you like, whatever you've always wanted to do. Just I'll give you 8 hours, just do it, and there you go. And I bought it when there was like 15 lectures or something. Now there's like 32 or something.
Wow,
it's way more than I could ever get through. I started one with a guy named John Vervaeke, and I've watched the first 2 hours probably 5 or 6 times.
Wow.
I just can't. I refuse to get to the third one. I have no fucking clue what's going on. It's so interesting and so
worth the 500.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
That's awesome.
It's like education that I could never have dreamed of getting.
Yeah.
It's just perspective that I don't.
It's incredible.
I think that's what I like, because it allows for kind of just a new exploration of something that I could never get close to achieving. An understanding of a topic that they can kind of just basis up for over 8 hours, and you can go, okay, I get it, at least a little bit.
I was telling Dickey, I got on Jordan because I fell off with him. Like, I stopped watching him for a minute.
Yeah.
But, Dickey pulled this up last time we were hanging out too. And I'm like, it literally takes me back to like 2017, because I was telling Dickey that because I dropped out of school during then. And, bro, I was just starving for because I found Jordan Peterson online on YouTube. I swear that's how I got into him. I'm like, bro, this is fire. And my friends were like, bro, because they knew I dropped out of school. They thought I was lying because I'm watching lectures. Like, oh, he's working on homework. And they're like, no, you're just watching that shit outside of class, because they don't see me going to class and shit anymore. And I'm like, no, bro, this guy's amazing. Like, he lives in Toronto, right across the lake. I'm like, that would be so badass if he was my teacher, bro. Because a lot of them sucked. They're still good ones. Like, it's great ones, honestly. But, like, majority of them sucked.
Where'd you go?
Toledo.
Oh, Toledo. God. That place is such a shithole.
Oh, it's awful.
Oh, my God. that is one of the most shithole cities
I'll say this,
in the area.
I've avoided the hell out of it.
Hey, I'll say this, bro.
They closed their Whole Foods.
That's not a good sign.
Going because you're going west when you're going to Toledo, right? And you go into the east side of Toledo first. So it's basically just as bad as East Cleveland. I don't know if you know anything about East Cleveland in general.
That's where I was raised.
Huh?
That's where I was raised.
No, the city of East Cleveland.
Yeah, that's where I grew up.
Huh? Hell no.
In the streets.
Have you been there? No, I'm dead serious.
No, that's seriously.
I wouldn't see. I know this is recorded. I wouldn't even joke about this because I've driven through there. No. If I showed you, I could show you videos on YouTube.
I know, that's where MGK is from.
It looks like it's abandoned.
Yeah.
Full city though.
Yeah.
Looks like it's fucking abandoned.
Yeah. That's where I like to hang out, bro.
Top five most dangerous cities in America. Cleveland's always been around top 3.
No way.
East Cleveland. I'm
No.
sorry. No, 100%.
No,
Yes.
bro.
Yes, look it up. We'll look that shit up.
All right.
Can we look it up?
I saw some. These are some stats I know about East Cleveland because I work right next to East Cleveland in Little Italy. So like, average person makes like $1,500 a month there. It's like 20% of the people there have like college degrees. It's like it's ridiculous. It's fucking like, bro. You're like, nobody has a car. 75% of people in that city don't have a car. We're talking on America.
Where are you pulling these stats from?
I was just looking. I got a friend that's actually a cop in East Cleveland.
All right.
Also,
It made the list.
All right.
it always does.
Okay, it's not top 3, but it's on the list.
Well, this year we haven't been doing bad.
My goodness. It's in the top 7.
Look up some YouTube videos on East Cleveland. Look up driving through East Cleveland. I want you to look. No. This is how bad it is, and I've actually
Number
driven through here.
7. Number 7, Cleveland.
I mean, I worked in Ohio
Good for
City
Cleveland.
for a while.
Doing a little bit better.
You know, I used to DoorDash for a living.
Yeah.
And I would DoorDash in Cleveland Heights.
Yeah.
And sometimes I would like get like a pick up an order back when
Yeah.
I was like more of a newbie, and it would take me out to these kind of areas.
So easy to get caught up.
And dude,
Such a nice
I would show up in these places where I was like, dude, this looks like fucking Baghdad in 2007.
Yes, totally.
Like this is a war zone. And I would pull up, man. Dude, I didn't even give a shit. I would drop
Probably
their
were in
shit.
East Cleveland.
Bro, I would drop
you
their
definitely
shit
were.
on the porch. and I would take a fucking photo. I would put on there they weren't answering me or whatever. I'm not handing it. I'm not. You know, you hear like guy in there like beating his wife and shit. Like you can hear, you know, people are screaming and shit. Like I don't know, kids are yelling in the houses. It's just an uncomfortable vibe.
My friend was a cop in East Cleveland.
Yeah, it's pretty terrifying.
He's told me a normal day for this guy. This is a day like, it's a chill day being a cop in East Cleveland. He tells me he runs after a couple guys, handcuffs them. He gets shot at a couple, like in a drive-by. They all miss. You know what I'm saying? That's a cool day. That's a chill day. It's like nothing happened. Nothing, that's how things are supposed to roll. I'm like, what? And he's gone into it, and he hasn't even told me all the stuff, honestly. He told me like very surface level stuff. I'm like, stop. I don't need to hear this anymore. I'm like, this is horrible. This is awful.
Can't handle the truth.
Oh my God.
I thought you were a Jordan Peterson fan. That means you have to have read the Gulag Archipelago.
Oh, this is America.
Have you read that?
No, I have not.
The Gulag
No, I
Archipelago.
I mean, it's like
That's just
7
dense.
volumes of
Dense as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got it for free
First-hand
somewhere.
recollection.
I
of
think someone
Soviet
threw it
Russia.
away, and
Yeah.
I picked it up. But like, I haven't started it.
Yeah,
No.
I've heard Jordan Peterson talk about that in 10 different
That one,
ways.
Beyond Good and Evil.
But that's a crazy
You were talking
story.
about
We were talking
that
about
what we were
that.
talking
That's what
about?
we were talking about the other night. Yeah.
There's a crazy story behind that book, though. I mean, that's why I wanted to read it. I mean, the dude was in a gulag, and he like hid the papers and shit, and then wrote the whole thing coming out.
Yeah.
It's fucking insane.
Solzhenitsyn
legendary.
won a Nobel Prize.
Yeah,
for
absolutely. Yeah,
That.
hell
For his
yeah.
first-hand account of Soviet Russia, and like to be starving in Soviet Russia, and also be having like an observer political point of view on what's happening to you it's just so
It's amazing.
like not people in history
he's
don't
a
do
boss.
that. There's been multiple opportunities for somebody like Solzhenitsyn to come out in these terrible things that have happened throughout society or the world, and here Solzhenitsyn is writing that.
Right, right.
But to your point about East Cleveland, I worked out there, a weed gig, and I worked it when I got home
Yeah.
from Asia, and I worked it for about the same amount of time that I was in Asia. Felt way more in danger, way more often working in Cleveland, Ohio than I did just raw dogging Nepal.
Bopping around Asia, man.
I mean,
It's
like,
it's super. Feels super nice
it's
out there, right?
weird. Yeah,
I feel like I could leave my shit laying around. No one would touch it.
no, nobody did touch it.
Even in like
Everybody-
Thailand.
High
Like, people-
trust society.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just
That's
it's
how it
just a
should be.
different vibe, man. I mean, God, I love Central and South America, but I mean, depends on where you're at. It's not quite as peaceful as
Right.
most of like Southeast Asia feels like.
which most truthfully, even some backpackers like me would have thought that of Laos.
What, Laos?
That it was a little bit more unsafe, if you will.
Oh, it's definitely a different vibe. Yeah, Laos is like to this day one of the greatest adventures I've ever done. Yeah, it's crazy.
But you're freeballing it. Like there's real no.
And I ended up, dude, I just showed up. Showed up, broke my permanent retainer the first day I arrived there. Like a wire in my mouth.
Yeah.
I go and I have them drop me off at a coffee shop because I'm waiting for my hotel to be ready for me to check in. And I bite into this hard ass bagel, breaks, and shoves up into my gum, and I'm bleeding very first day. And
Gotta do it, man.
yeah, and so I was like, okay, we're just gonna roll with this. Oh, it makes me like cringe just thinking about it. It hurt. I'm like in the bathroom, like fuck. And yeah, no, I just rented a motorbike, 100cc Honda motorbike. Drove it across pretty much the entire country of Laos. Had to replace the entire bike along the journey because it was such a treacherous journey. Had to get all new wheels, all new tires, new battery. And yeah, I just showed up and drove around and looked for a guide. And it took me like 8 days of driving around northern Laos. And I found this guy to take me to a remote village. It's crazy. It's a different world.
It's weird the stuff that you just run into. You know? It was the same with us in Chitwan. It took us weeks. You know, we were just like doing whatever. You know, like kind of bumming around like we did, staying wherever, staying monasteries, doing the whole thing. But like, then one day a guy shows up. You know, and he's like, you want to go with me to this place? And we're like, yeah, of course we do. And it's the craziest thing you ever do in your life.
Yeah.
You know, and all you got to do is just strap in, you know, and hope that everything's going good. 3-hour tuk-tuk ride into the mountains of Chitwan.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. How did you like Mexico?
Oh,
You know, Mexico's like my second home, man.
I loved it.
And when you were going to, you know, we tried to align out there. It didn't work out.
Yeah,
But
yeah, unfortunately.
didn't you end up staying longer than you were supposed to?
Yeah.
What happened?
It's awful.
What?
Awful. My friend's friend, his friend passed away
Oh.
in Mexico. He was playing
What?
soccer, and I saw the soccer field. It's like there's these big ass walls, right? So the ball, like, there's a little bit of an out of bounds, but the guy was going for the out of bounds, went to go kick it, fell, hit his head on the wall, just started convulsing right there.
You're kidding
Seizing.
me. Recreational game of soccer.
The day before we're gonna leave, and my friend's like, "Bro, we can't. Come on." It's like we can't just go. And I don't give a fuck. I tell him, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing whatever I want to do. And plus, I was stuck. I wasn't going to leave my friend and go by myself. I'm like, nah. But I love Mexico that much. I'm like, I really don't care. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
What area were you in at this point?
It's in Guanajuato.
Okay.
Yeah, my friend lives in,
Amazing.
I don't remember. He lived in a village, like, in the country, but we're outside of Romita. That's by Leon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Leon would definitely be the closest city. But yeah, I didn't even care. I'm like, bro, this is even bothersome to me. You know what I'm saying? And I make my own schedule at work and everything, so it wasn't a problem. I told him, I'm like, bro, me and him are that good of friends. I got no money, bro. I planned for this much. This is all I planned for, bro. He's like, I got you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Because I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna go to the airport by myself.
Yeah.
And bro, I really do love Mexico, bro.
Oh, this is the
Being
best.
outside of the Matrix, I almost feel safer in a lot of ways.
Dude,
in
I
Mexico.
definitely do. We got to get you to Mexico.
Yeah, it's time.
Yeah. I can't wait for you to come there
Bro.
and drink ayahuasca.
Mexico?
I dream
Fuck
about
yeah,
you
fuck
coming.
Mexico?
Be a dream
Yeah,
for a
fuck it.
while.
In Mexico, bro, one thing I realized that Americans don't realize, bro, if you're not afraid of New York, East Cleveland, Chicago, any major city, you shouldn't be afraid of Mexico.
Oh, dude,
No.
I'm not afraid of Mexico.
No.
I'm
Now
afraid of
listen.
ayahuasca.
I mean, listen, there is real cartel shit in northern Mexico.
course.
Like on the other side of the border and stuff. It depends on where you're at. But I mean, dude, I have driven the entire state front to back of Oaxaca with my family.
Yeah, absolutely.
No problems.
Of course.
Same with the Yucatan Peninsula.
Yeah.
We literally drove from east all the way to west and back the entire peninsula. No problems.
Jaret. Bro, what I loved in Mexico, because my country's not like this, but, you know, America and Albania, but, bro, I was walking down the street. Bro, people know my Spanish is garbage. You know what I'm saying? No, it is. They could tell I'm a gringo.
Yeah.
Bro, I stick out. I stick out hard as fuck there. Like, everyone's like, yeah, this guy's foreign as fuck. But like people were so nice,
Oh, dude, that's so
bro.
nice.
Everybody was helping me. They're polite with me. It threw me. But some of them looked tough, but they're still nice. And I'm like, this is the nicest country ever, bro. Like, why is anybody afraid of this place?
Dude, it's so good.
Good people.
Dude, Mexico's amazing.
Good people.
I spend a lot of time there, and I'm really grateful. Fuck.
Can we talk about the cartel?
Sure.
Bro, the cartel, I thought this is hilarious. Just being down there, learning things more. Bro, the cartel, like, I'm like, how can I tell where is a cartel member? I've had people fucking tell me, they're like, bro, it looks like narcos and shit. They're probably bullshitting me. But, like, bro, I looked up. The cartel, they have the same shit as the police.
Yeah.
Same equipment, same guns.
Bigger.
So I'm like, yeah. Honestly, yeah. Bro, I'm like,
They're being
fuck.
funded by the U.S.?
Yeah. I learned later on. I actually went to Mexico City too. When I went there, my friend's family was saying, because I was asking about it, they're like, what are you talking about? You can't tell if that's a cartel member or a cop. It could be either one. You just don't go up to either of them.
Yeah.
And bro, and that's why I'm like, bro, if the cartel is policing things, like, bro, women could walk out alone, like, in these places. Obviously, there's some places that are like fucking war zones. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like the average place in Mexico, bro, like children, women can
they're
walk
all
out.
running out.
Yeah,
The children are out in the street, of course. That's most of Mexico, man.
Yeah, it's so
amazing.
safe.
Dude, did you know that here in the States we have such a demand for avocados that the cartel now run the avocado business out of Mexico? Because we have such a fucking demand for avocado toast.
The cartels have their own cell phone company.
Bro,
Service from the cartel. They got banks, but
And
they got everything.
And there's a lot of communities in Mexico. You know, I've been to, out in Oaxaca, driving through the mountains, little tiny villages of like little people. They're like, they'll tell you like cartel will do more for you than the government sometimes. You know, they're building playgrounds and schools for kids and stuff.
I'm like, you're afraid of these guys?
You're crossing the line. This is like, where's the line between like just a well-established government and a totally tyrannical
the government's
cartel?
just as
bro government's a gang too.
Right.
It's
That's a
just
mob.
it's just
same shit, different faction.
The lines are getting blurry for me as you're speaking about it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like I'm starting to forget.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Bro, yeah, man. Man, out there, I'm like, there's no weirdos on the street. I'm like, these guys are doing a better job. I like these guys more in a lot of ways. Like, what the fuck? My friend said,
one crackhead
the only, Hey, I went to Mexico City. Bro, this is the biggest city on this side of the hemisphere. Okay? No, I'm in the Western Hemisphere.
I know, man.
It's ridiculous. No, I went there, bro. I've never been to New York. It's like 3 times bigger than New York.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm walking around. I'm telling my friend, I'm like, this is the cleanest city I ever walked into. What my idea of an American city is some dystopian hell. That's what it is. That's not a normal city. I thought that was a normal city. But I went there. There's no homeless people, first of all. Again, people were extremely nice for the fucking city. That didn't make any sense to me. Bro, it was so fucking clean. And people were crazy polite, even driving. I'm like, this is weird.
You guys gotta go. Did you go to Bangkok when you were in Thailand?
Of course.
Yeah, that's
What do you mean? You think I flew into somewhere else?
I probably would never fly into Bangkok again. Probably.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's fucking crazy.
What's crazy about it? What's crazy about it?
It's
Bangkok. Oh, Bangkok Airport. Oh goodness, it's just
a lot of people.
fucking. Oh, it's insanity.
It's insanity. I mean, you land. You're landing in Thailand first of all, and it's the biggest airport other than Singapore, I think.
It's
Really,
like
that side of the world?
It's like LAX.
In Asia, in South Asia.
Oh, LAX.
It's like
Yeah,
LAX.
it's probably like
And
that.
LAX is fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's awful. Yeah.
But it's not geometrically like it's not geometrically sound. It doesn't make sense. Like you walk through an airport here and it's all very straight lines.
Yeah.
Things like that place done.
Oh no.
Now you want to figure it out.
It's like the Pentagon or something.
And then you walk out and it's just the most insane city.
Yeah.
Especially like, I've never been to New York, but I've been to fucking Bangkok, man.
Bangkok's bad. Bangkok's like, I generally don't like cities at all. But, there's just something about Bangkok where I'm like, it's bearable if you're in the right place. If you get an Airbnb, it's got like a little garden and stuff. And you're in a chill spot. And, I can enjoy Bangkok for a couple nights,
I got stuck in Bangkok.
Go out and drink some beers.
I ended up spending way more money in Bangkok than I wanted to. And it was expensive for what I was doing.
Yeah.
Didn't get my Vietnam visa in time, so I was stuck in Bangkok for 2 weeks. I just think I got my share.
It's easy to spend a good amount of money in Thailand because it's a lot different than going to the other Asian countries. It's got so much more, allure, to grab you.
Way more expensive in Thailand than it is anywhere else.
Yeah. I mean,
Weed.
well, they're the only country in Asia who's legalized cannabis, so they run the game out there.
It's too expensive.
It is very expensive. There's some decent stuff. I mean, I smoked some decent stuff there down in the islands, in Thailand.
Some good weed up in
I mean, my favorite was just like the homegrown shit on the side of the mountain. We were staying up on the side of the mountain at the elephant place where I did the elephant poop mushroom video. And the dude just gave me a bunch of weed that was just growing on the side of the mountain. And I just love that kind of shit. Just homegrown, nice, chill stuff.
I like their hash. I think they're really good. Like that's where the Temple Ball comes from, the
Yeah.
original hash, which we will be smoking today. But
Oh, amazing. Saving that for your podcast?
I got a couple cool things.
Yeah.
But, yeah,
Okay, cool.
it's
We got to take
definitely-
it easy on Henley. He can't handle it.
I'm doing great.
Are you?
Yes, I am. I'm letting you guys talk. I'm listening.
Dude, incredible. But yeah, I like hash. I like that pressed hash. Like they do a lot of, unless it like the Nepali hash was a little. The good stuff was great, but like
Yeah.
the street stuff, like the brick hash, was kind of nuts. It was,
Yeah.
like hard. And probably should not have smoked that.
Uh-huh.
I smoked a lot of it. We even mixed it with milk and like made edibles.
Oh, nice. That's the way to do it.
Yeah, it was it tasted like shit.
Yeah,
It was
but
really
guys-
rough.
Oh, my bad.
What?
You got me really
It just came to me. It just can't.
I'm ready.
It's just something I want to share, but I interrupted. My bad.
That was it.
No, that's it. Okay, I got you. My bad. Bro, yeah, I was brought up. I want to bring up Carl Jung earlier because that's when I got into Jordan Peterson. I
Okay.
started going deep into Jung because of,
Okay.
because I remember, especially like I knew of Jung, right? But I remember in my psychology class at school, my teacher basically it was just in the intro of psychology and just brushed it off. He's like, yeah, it's a bunch of garbage, him and Freud and the rest of them. But they started psychology. Okay, we're going to the real stuff. I'm like, whoa, hold up. They just started a whole field. Like I was telling Dickey this, and they don't matter.
Jung's tapped in.
Yeah,
Jung was
heavy.
tapped in.
From a kid.
Yeah.
I would say.
He was super tapped in.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm not super into like the constant psychologizing of the human, but Jung did it in a more metaphysical manner,
I think he was
that
more honest about
Hey,
it.
he was.
I
And
love
super tuned in.
I love this like little story about him, but I guess at the school, I thought this was hilarious. When he was at university, he would tell people would ask him, "Are you a psychologist?" He's like, "No." He's like, "I'm a shaman." And he's saying this to like university professors. They're dying laughing. They're like, "This guy's a lunatic," or "This guy," or eventually he just got annoying.
Yeah.
Like, bro, stop. No,
Yeah.
but he's like, I would call myself a shaman. That's what I am. I'm not a I call myself a psychologist, so I get by with you guys.
You
But
know,
he's like,
you know where the word shaman comes from.
No, go ahead. Tell
So-
me.
The word shaman comes from Siberia, and it means he who knows.
He who knows.
That's what it means.
So it's
That's a
not a
direct
title?
translation. It just means the one who knows. Having a problem, go see the shaman. He's the one who
Everyone
knows. And we got a hold of that word and have made it very popular. And but if you go to South America and Central America and stuff, they're not really using that word, But I think it's interesting that he would call himself that,
I thought it was hilarious.
because he knew at that point already that he was onto something. He was seeing deeper into things, and that's really all the shaman is. He's the person. The shaman is the one who sees behind the cultural programming, who can see deeper into the reality of things.
And his ability to see it was really cool, but like he structured it and like gave us a map for
Yeah.
it and shit. Is that gonna say?
Yeah, Young. Hey, Young traveled to Asia too. Another reason why I want to bring that up. South America also. He actually lived with these people.
Oh, I know we said this earlier, but like all of them did. Like all of these people that we end up
Got so much
referencing or
respect for
talking
him.
about, they all.
And he did it. I mean, he's a lot older, so I would have to look it up. But like what back then too, so less technology and shit.
Yeah, man. I mean, they all explored, and that's fucking cool.
Bro, and he saw the real thing, and that's how he was studying psychology. He's like, hey, these are all the same from all people across the world. Has to be something here. That's the collective unconscious. Like that's how he got his idea after like traveling everywhere. Another thing I want to bring up, because this is so like, I heard this recently, because I love Asia, right?
Have you been?
All that. No, I have not.
Okay.
I love it though. Like obviously, like since I was a kid, like their culture for martial arts and samurais and shit. Obviously Buddhism and like everything about it, right?
Yeah.
But Carl Jung, I got this from Carl Jung. Carl Jung says, because I guess at the time this was a theory, but like the Indo-Europeans, and that's what white people are, Caucasian people. He was saying, because he saw it in his own time. He's like, this is why the West is obsessed with Asia, because we're trying to go back to our roots. We're trying to go deeper.
Yeah.
And that shit hit me hard, because I be thinking about, I'm like, I don't know, any other race of people, they're not as obsessed with Asia as we are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like everybody.
Especially the Australians.
Yeah.
Dude, Australians, they're a lot closer. Dude, they are fucking just obsessed with Asia.
Of course, they're right there.
In
their backyard.
Dude, Australia is arguably more matrixy than here.
Oh yeah, Australia.
Dude, they're
that's
super,
a part of the West,
bro. They're super matrixy. They're like a more tyrannical version of the United States.
Really? During COVID and shit.
Oh, dude, no, they're crazy over there.
Australia would suck.
Dude, they're crazy over there. I spent a little bit of time there in Melbourne, and it's just like,
oh hell yeah.
Oh, but
I would love to visit, but like
so matrixy.
Wouldn't want to live there.
I mean, dude, like Western Australia is just completely empty, and it's just fucking gorgeous. It's just gorgeous, bro. The coastline and everything, though, gorgeous, dude. There's endless remote islands. If you have a boat and you're in northern or western Australia, dude, you have endless islands that are completely uninhabited. You can just go pull up, go spear a lobster, start a fire on the beach. This is what I watch on YouTube. These guys. I love watching these Australian dudes who just take their fucking boat out and they just go spear fish and go camp out on these islands and stuff.
Oh, you're talking about Aboriginals?
No, these are white dudes.
Oh, gotcha.
But and they can go. Some of them go as far out as like Papua New Guinea, and they're like with those tribes and everything. It's a really cool place. I mean, Australia's got a lot to offer. I just was there briefly in the city, and Melbourne is like super matrixy. So, but I want to get out there, and my friend Kevin out there has a van, lives in his van.
That's sick.
And I want to take a trip out there. I'm gonna go out there this year sometime. I mean, and not this year, but. We're almost in 2025. Almost.
Yeah, I from Ho Chi Minh to Hanoi, from South Vietnam to North of Vietnam, 70% of the people I met were Australian or Kiwis.
Yeah, in Laos too. Yeah.
That accent is insane.
Oh, I love it.
I love them. They're such a, and this is a generalization, but like they're all so friendly and like
they are.
Like they're all Australians are so ready to go, like just have the adventure, go do stuff. That's kind of.
Oh, that's just born in them. Like the first people that settled there. Like, what the fuck are you doing there? The majority of it's fucking desert.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you got a bunch of weird ass animals and stuff.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's
I think Australia was supposed to be like the English. I mean, maybe I'm not 100% on my history, but the English would send like prisoners and shit there. It was basically calling it like a prison island.
Yeah.
And that's why all those fuckers are crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, they are nuts.
Like
they're a different breed, man.
Good crazy.
I think they are, most of them. I think what's crazy is like, think about all of these. So you have, let's say like 1400s, 1300s, you have all of these Spanish and English ships setting out to traverse the globe. And you have all of these things being introduced to Europe: sugar, tea, coffee, tobacco, right? So much change is happening. So many new things from around the globe coming. But you just have these people going out, right? You have Columbus going to the Americas. You got Captain Cook going out to Hawaii, Australia. And you have this English accent, which started like this.
Right.
And now here, it sounds like this.
Right.
And then over there, it's like, good eye, mate, And it's just so funny how they go out different areas, and then over just a couple hundred years, the way that the English language is spoken just completely transforms.
It transforms
into its own sound.
Hell, I think we should just call it American. Like, it's becoming that different.
What?
Bro, have you ever like spoken to like a British person with a really thick? Bro, like, I know you're speaking English, but what the fuck are you saying?
Oh yeah, bro.
Bro, it's borderline a different language.
Dude,
They
like-
call things differently. It might no Mexico is the same exact thing. I had teachers from Spain that taught me Spanish in high school.
Yeah.
Right. But I realized how different that is now, especially when I went there. None of that fucking helped me. But I'm like, yeah, it's that
Well,
far
it's
apart.
different.
Yeah, it's Mexican. It's not
Yeah.
even Spanish. It's
Right.
And I'm saying
right.
it's the same thing with American.
I love speaking Spanish. It is such a beautiful language,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
Oh God.
Anyway,
I gotta get to Mexico ASAP.
Absolutely.
It's been like a month and I'm like dying over here.
I feel it.
Woo!
Yeah, safer place. I mean,
Oh,
what I'm saying? I feel
God.
in danger. Just
I feel
fucking
so
going
at
to
home
work,
there.
You know, Little Italy and everything.
I,
living in
I just
Cleveland.
want to be in a tin room in Bernardino's mountain house
I just don't want to live in a fucking
eating
dystopia.
20 grams of mushrooms. What?
I just don't want to live in a fucking dystopia. I don't want
What?
to live in this hellhole.
You think Lakewood is a hellhole? You think Lakewood's a
No,
hellhole?
I'm just talking about America.
Oh, yeah.
In the state in the moment. No, not like I'm extremely grateful for where I live.
America's not, dude. I mean, you know, it's
Well,
not
it's
a
a big
bad
place.
gig. Being an American, being born an American
Yes,
citizen
yes,
is
I
not
agree.
a bad
That's
deal.
a good gig. Yeah,
Yeah,
being
it's-
born in
Agreed.
America is a good gig.
It's
Being
a-
able to leave
Agreed.
from America is an awesome gig.
Or you
That's
go
like the
anywhere
best
in the
gig.
world if you live in America. With the money we
Other
make
than
here.
North Korea.
Right.
China, you kind of want.
Yeah, as long as your passport permits it. But you can basically go anywhere.
Yep.
You know, with the wealth we have here.
Yeah.
That's a big thing I noticed about Southeast Asia. They're very, very welcoming to the American dollar.
Yes, they are.
Very welcoming. They like anything, dude.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Whatever. You know, they know. You know, it's worth more. I'm willing to spend way more. That's how, like, you know, my tattoo artist was
Right.
going to charge me half of what I felt even okay paying her. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
like, they just didn't.
See,
I was like, no, I'm paying you $400. Like, what are you talking about? That kind of thing.
these are the
Taxi numbers,
pros.
all of it.
These are the pros of the Matrix. What we're talking about right there. You know what I'm saying? This is what we like, not the other bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it sucks. It sucks though.
Emily, tell us about your experience with grandfather Wachuma at my house.
Actually goes back to Carl Jung.
Yes,
It does. No, it does because Carl Jung did psychedelics.
Yeah, he experimented with mescaline,
I really respect his
which is
mind.
what's in the Wachuma.
Exactly. Because when you brought that up, I'm like, oh hell yeah! Because I'm like, where the fuck am I gonna find this shit?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right here, baby.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, oh, I'm doing it in
Yeah.
a second, bro.
So you came over. We had like 8 guys there.
right.
And we were around the fire for like 12 hours or something.
That was one of the best nights that I've had since.
Oh, that
I've
was
come home
awesome.
From Asia, like,
I-
I generally think pretty negatively about my time home.
Oh, jeez.
You know, just because it's home and it's not like, you know, I'm not growing, but like, that's the one night that I really.
was a
do
magical
feel like,
night.
Hell yeah, that was incredible.
Bro, I just did that on the fly. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, you know, anything could go. I'm like, again, what you guys are saying, just send it.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
And
It
so
was
how,
a great experience.
so how was the experience?
Oh, it was incredible. It definitely was gentle, like the way he said it. And I did just like take off. You know what I'm saying? Just boom. But oh, it was amazing. I felt so like Johnny Nature. Johnny Nature saw it. He's like, "No, you're connected with the earth." He's like, "Bro, I just, yeah, you guys weren't feeling it. I was.
What?
Well, you
Who?
guys weren't like me. You guys weren't like me. I was trying to touch everything. Do you see? I was touching.
We all respond differently to the medicine.
True.
You know.
But I was thinking that the whole time. Hey, they're not acting like me. I'm like trying to hug the tree. I felt
No, that's
bad.
amazing.
I was trying to give love to everything. I was just running around in the grass. Like, you guys must have seen. I was just touching everything, just running around and
Yeah.
shit. I'm like, oh shit, I can't be in a million places at once. Or like the shaker.
Yep.
Like I felt crazy connected with nature.
Yep.
And I needed.
Yeah, you were holding my ayahuasca shaker, right? Yeah.
Bro, I was holding that thing, and I felt so sorry for it
Mm-hmm.
because I'm like, you're away from like the bigger part of you. Like someone just tore you off. Like I feel so sorry. I'm like I can't let go of you. Like that's legit my thought process.
Yeah.
But I felt so connected.
No, dude, you connected deeply that night. That's amazing.
I'm like, why can't I do this? And like, when I'm sober, that'd be so badass. Bro, everything legit has an aura. Everything's a real thing.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
know.
that proves to me. You
Oh,
know what
yeah.
I'm saying? And obviously I can still feel it sober, but not like that.
Yeah.
Not like that.
But you're able to take it with you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're able to like
absolutely.
understand that, like, the body it's like a trick, you know. It's like you're
totally.
like just like a ball of energy.
Totally.
Actually,
Absolutely.
you're a bunch of
100%.
atoms.
Yes.
You know, you're just a bunch of energy, and it somehow like condenses into reality because it's moving so quickly, so closely together.
Jared, you're not even wrong.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We're like 99.99999. You can look this up. I swear to God, I don't know how many nines. Empty space.
Yeah.
Have you ever
We're
seen
barely
them
matter.
zoom
what fills in
in?
that space?
Have you ever
it's
seen
energy.
them zoom into like they'll do a grain of rice or something, and they'll zoom in.
Yeah,
And they'll show you
yeah.
the structure, and you can. It's like takes the same amount of time to get a certain distance, and then
Yeah.
they get to the parts of the atom, and it takes like 40 extra seconds just to get down like through all of the empty space that's around that thing, like to get into it. It's
Right,
like,
right.
fuck, that doesn't make any fucking sense. What the hell?
Right.
That's not empty.
Yeah.
We're being dishonest about what empty means.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Like it means you don't know what's there. That's what you mean.
You can't put a name. You wouldn't put a name on
Right.
it, right? Then it's something. Oh, it's something now.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
You know, that's what science has done forever.
Labels.
It's like really cool.
Labels. Hey, I tell. This just came to me too. I tell my clients this. Like, this is when some of them like it. Some of them are like, bro, what are you talking about? Because it gets kind of out there. But like I'm trying to explain to them what a calorie is.
Okay.
It's going back to energy. I'm like, bro, that's just from the sun. Because obviously the sun grows the plants. They need that energy from the sun. And obviously other animals eat the plants. And if you eat the animal, and the reason why I have energy to speak right now, because I need calories to speak. I'm burning calories the whole day, even when I'm sleeping. Like, you're legit energy from the sun. Like, as you brought up, we're barely matter. We're legit energy from the fucking sun. Like,
Stardust.
you see how
And
wild that is?
some people don't receive that.
Yes.
Well, I mean, dude, we're so disconnected from the fact that things have an origin, and that everything comes from nature.
Yes.
You know, originally. I mean, now they're growing stuff in factories and making lab grown stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, you know,
That's the
you
whole
get
stuff.
those. Dude, I mean, like, and you know what I've noticed is the greenwashing is fucking crazy now.
Greenwashing?
The greenwashing, yes.
I don't know what that is.
Greenwashing is where things are presented as being eco-friendly or like natural. Like, dude, those like Nature Valley bars. It's like nature on there. It says Nature Valley. You turn it over and it says made with genetically engineered food. Like, I don't even know what it says.
Bioengineered food.
Bioengineered food. This is a
GMOs.
It says this is a bioengineered food product.
Bro.
And it's Nature fucking Valley Bar. And they're running commercials of them out by the lake in nature, eating the Nature Valley Bar.
Bro, that shit's so complicated. You know why they're allowed to do that? They're allowed to do that because basically, like, I don't know if you've seen, like, fucking pictures of, like, old vegetables. Like, vegetables, like, people would have eaten in the Middle Ages.
Yeah.
Like, I saw, like, you know, there's a carrot that's, like, fucking purple.
Yeah.
Like, but, like, technically, over time, by definition, even though with the lack of technology, they're not putting garbage in it, but they changed carrots.
That's not bioengineering. That's that's genetically.
No, but, like, the thing is technology advanced.
Yes.
And now what we're doing is bad because plants have always evolved with us. It's been
Right.
Like,
Well,
and
that's
vice versa.
yeah, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But now you're just like growing stuff in
But
a fucking factory with weird chemicals.
The problem is the paper around it isn't the product, so it becomes a form of advertising. So you don't necessarily like what's telling the truth on an advertisement. A lot of advertisements promise things like a billboard. That's a fucking problem with it. They get away with so much bullshit.
Yeah.
There's so many loopholes in this. They're actually not doing anything wrong, but you are right. That's fucking poison you're fucking eating.
Well, they're
Like,
lying to you about everything. Everything. I mean,
it's just
from,
legally.
I have
It's true.
the
Legally.
retail background in cannabis right
Yeah.
now, and I tell you everything. They're squeezing at every corner they
Right,
can.
right.
You know, if it's a corporation past, you know, certain small business kind of level, I can almost assure you they're bullshitting you.
Yeah.
Right,
like
right.
really. And I
Yep.
think that's most wellness products. I think that's most organic, you know, Walmart food and you know, and shit like that.
Oh yeah. I mean, you know, grass-fed meat doesn't even mean that they're actually out eating grass.
Yeah.
No, seriously,
Some grass in
no,
their food.
no, seriously, you
I know
wouldn't,
this
you
shit,
wouldn't
yeah.
believe this. You can call it grass-fed if they're eating pellets made from grass.
Oh, that's
Jesus.
good.
Yeah, so they're still,
We
locked.
live in hell. We live in hell.
So they're
Jared.
still locked in a pen, with a terrible quality of life, eating pellets made from grass, and then you go and the package is called, Nature's Cow, and it's a green
The
pasture,
grassiest cow you've ever
grass fed,
Disgusting.
dude. It's fucking
Bro,
insane.
I saw that they could legally call something organic on a label if it's at least 40% organic.
That's great.
So
Yeah.
the rest of it could be fake. The majority of it's fake
It could
bullshit.
just be arsenic.
You don't believe those labels. You just don't. It's just lies. They're trying to get. It's a form of advertising. Even like the back, I could tell you. One thing I found out in high school, I remember sodium. I'm like, why does it say sodium? I've taken chemistry in fucking high school, right? Sodium is poisonous. If you eat sodium, you will die. Why would it have this on the label? And everyone's like, who gives a fuck about it? They mean salt. Oh, okay, write salt. It actually takes less ink to write in salt. You'd actually save money, right? Why are you putting salt? You know what I found out?
It's not salt.
No, it is. It is. They're not lying. This is how the food label tricks you, bro. Again, it's a form of advertising. So for every sodium, there's a chloride, which makes it salt. So when you see, I don't know, 100 grams of sodium, well, like I said, for every sodium, there's a chloride, right? So you got 100 grams of sodium. That means you have 200 grams of salt in this product. You just double it. So they're not lying to you. There is 100 grams of sodium. They're not lying to you. They're telling you the truth. But you wouldn't buy it. You'd be like, Jesus, oh my God, 1,000 grams of sodium. I'm putting that away. I mean, you know what I'm saying, of salt?
Yeah.
Like, fuck that. Like, oh, 500. Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Oh, do you see they legit half it? The whole thing's a form of advertising.
Yeah.
This is why they get away with this.
It's insanity.
We just can't believe it. You know what I'm saying?
That's why you just got to go to your local farmer's market and find
Simplifies everything.
Oh my God, some people you can trust.
Yeah.
You know.
That's how it is with the cannabis. Anybody that sees anything that's labeled with live resin or live rosin, it's a cart, it's distillate, it's not live resin, it's probably just live resin terpenes.
Yep.
They can take
So-
anything and then add live resin terpenes.
And that
flavor
stuff's
into
not
it.
even. I mean,
It's like-
the FDA is a joke, but that stuff doesn't even go through the FDA.
I mean, it's-
So anybody can just say anything they want. Bro, the supplement industry, biggest scam of all time.
Absolutely.
You could just slap a label on anything and say it's this.
But it's not proved by the Food and Drug Administration.
Right.
Because it's not a food nor a drug.
And they're a joke,
Yeah, absolutely.
but
yeah.
it's better. It's like,
Yeah, but what about
I don't
placebo?
know, is it?
I don't
What
know.
about
We've been
placebo?
there.
What?
Placebo?
What about it?
You know about it?
What about it?
Yeah, supplements work then. They could just feed you sugar pills.
Oh,
And then you
exactly.
get all the benefits.
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, sugar pills. And it still works?
Bro,
That's
like,
badass.
oh, dude, I remember the whole fitness boom when that all
Yeah.
hit. Dude, I mean, I was such an idiot. I was a teenager, and I was buying a $80 jar of Cellucor pump pills. You would take 8 of these fucking pills, and then you would make your pump bigger, and you'd be there working out, and you'd taking all these pills. And dude, I just had a gym bag just filled with 10 different fucking jars of random shit. God, what a joke. I wasted so much money, so much random shit on my body.
Oh,
Bro,
100%.
I was like 17. I was taking like mass gainer shakes that have, you know what I mean? It's like you're taking like
3,000
1
calories.
cup of powder and it's like 4,000 calories. And they're putting all this insane shit in there, and you feel terrible for like 8 hours. Oh,
Yeah, they don't
You're a
do
fucking
anything.
wizard. Making potions and concoctions and shit. No, that's really what it is, bro.
Yeah.
See if they work on you. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Testing them out.
yeah. No, that mass gainer shit was terrible.
Oh, absolutely.
And dude, the
All that shit.
fucking
All that
dude,
protein.
the fact that I was able to go in there at 16 and buy a pre-workout that has, some of them are having like 500, 600, 1,000, 2,000, literally
Bro.
milligrams of caffeine in them.
When I was in high school, you could legit buy steroids at GNC. I knew dudes that took this shit.
Yeah.
Now they're off the shelves. Now they got caught and shit.
Yeah.
But like it's ridiculous.
I used to work at GNC. They illegally
Yeah.
hired me when I was 16.
That's awesome.
You're not supposed to work there until you're 18.
Yeah, fuck it.
And they
Makes
hired
sense.
me, and
Well, it's not a food nor a drug.
because I was all jacked, because I was already on steroids at that point.
Oh yeah.
So.
They're like this guy. Might as well.
Yeah,
be
hell
18.
yeah.
It's like, this is our
16.
guy.
Yeah,
He's got
yeah,
big beard, and I'm all jacked.
Oh, you already
and
look.
stuff.
You definitely don't look 16 years old. You said 16, right? You started working there?
Yeah.
Okay, you taking steroids? Yeah, you don't look 16.
No, I had a full beard.
You're a grown ass man. You hit puberty again.
My shoulders were as big as Dickey's head.
Yeah,
you
okay,
know?
they could get away with that easy. Yeah, yeah. That's fucking hilarious.
That's some good shit, man.
Ellie, we might have to move on to Dickey's podcast. It's been an hour and 8 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's fine. I had a great
How much
time.
of that was like me rolling and stuff? And
I don't know. I think like 20 minutes.
whatever, man. Start smoking weed.
Yeah.
Don't matter.
Well, I got an hour drive home, so I don't want to be here all night. But
What time is it? I can't see my time.
it's, 8.
The broom's covering it.
The
for me.
broom's covering it.
Perfectly. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I know.
Fuck.
Be here now, Enley. So what's going on? What's the plan for 2025 with your content and everything? What can the people expect?
Well, I want to put out YouTube videos every single day. Just
Every day?
I think I could do it.
Why don't you start with every week? You're putting out nothing right
I
now.
put one out.
All right.
What? Nothing. I put one out before coming here, actually.
Did you?
Yeah, second
Okay.
video.
Pull one up. Can we pull this up? Yeah. Is it possible?
Yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
Let's see what Enley's got going on here.
So it was just off the top of my head, and I figure I could just, make reels out of it. My first video, I made 3 reels out of it. I'm like, bro, I could easily do this every day. Because I already do this in general, but then I realized I'm trying to do it for a minute 30. I like talking a lot. I'm like, fuck, I should just put it on YouTube. No, that's not it. That's a short.
Videos.
Boom. You see, I'm wearing the same thing. I'm not lying to you. 2 hours ago. Because I was slacking, bro. I put up, like, some of my fight shit with, like, my clients right here. I got them light sparring and boxing. That's me in my first fight right there. So I want to get some momentum. Then I'm like, okay, I'm talking now. I'm ready. So that's my first one, and that's my second one. Yeah, hell yeah. Thank you, Dickey. Oh, it's up. I did this a couple hours
have
ago.
to watch this all the way through though, because if I don't, it's bad for your percentage.
Yeah, you're right. 100%. I agree with you.
I have to. Once I click it, I can't pause.
You can
it.
keep
I
it
gotta-
rolling.
You're
in the
lucky I'm a
background.
narcissist. I can watch myself.
God, bro.
What?
Is that true?
Huh?
This is your
Is that
It's
true?
a joke. It's a joke.
I don't know.
Huh?
You were sitting on my couch.
Whoa,
Bro, my ego's bigger than this fucking
Yeah, I was
house right
confused.
now,
I'm like,
bro.
what is this Wachuma? Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck is this? I've never felt like
Grandfather was just showing you your spirit. Where
That's
you're
my
at.
spirit?
That's
That's
where
where
you're
I'm
at
at?
right
Well,
now
this.
in your
Damn.
journey.
You know what's crazy? I've definitely humbled myself down so much. So that's insane.
Since that time?
Yes, bro. Yeah, I
good.
chilled out heavy, bro. What the fuck?
Can we turn it up?
Oh yeah.
Let's see what
Oh,
this
man.
guy's talking
I
about.
really hate watching myself.
problem
now.
is-
You just said you loved it.
I'm gonna go for the
It was a
macro
joke,
to
it
the
was a
micro.
joke.
But in our society, like, no one's worried.
You're trying not to laugh.
Like
I
people,
love this backdrop.
it's
You're like
out
holding
there.
back
Yeah,
a
those are
big
my
laugh,
fault.
it
Am I?
seems
Gives a
like.
shit. Everyone just bullshits. Everybody laughs.
Dude, all
Everyone
right, so why
just
aren't you clipping
destroys
this up?
I
their
am.
word.
I just made it 2
It's
hours ago.
ridiculous.
You gotta clip
it
this.
wasn't like
Yeah, yeah,
this
hell
Dude,
yeah.
the wire, you gotta get the
500 years
wireless
ago.
mic,
I mean,
Enley.
like, we had a thing called
Actually, dude,
honor,
you see it in my coat? It's
chivalry,
actually too low. Do
Bushido,
you see the light in there?
Nadir in
What,
my
you have a
culture.
mic in there?
I mean, I
Yeah,
go
do you see
on
that
and
little
on.
green
I mean,
thing?
it's
No.
I actually move it.
what
I
you
realized-
say is what you meant.
Oh, so you have
And
a mic?
especially if you
Yeah,
wrote
but
it
no, it's
down.
cheap, bro. I
Oh.
got it for $30.
So with me, this built.
You're gonna see me move it because I
with my
realized
words.
I'm looking at
If
the
I said,
camera. I'm like, ah, fuck.
If I decide
the
a
audio's
week from
probably
now,
bad.
I'm gonna wake up at 6 a.m. First week of the new year. I'm waking up at 6 a.m. There's no negotiation. I wrote it down. That means it's gonna happen. But so many people have lost that connection in their lives.
I love
because
you,
no
bro.
one takes themselves seriously anymore. Like it doesn't mean anything. That's why it doesn't make sense when people are like, how do I write things down in a planner and then it goes into my life? Well, the thing is, for you, it won't. Because if you don't have that connection with your mind, with these
Damn,
words,
these guys are laughing at me. You guys see
We're not
this?
laughing at you. I
Just like
love
how-
you,
I'm not
bro.
laughing. You can't be
This is
laughing
like-
with
Remember
me.
earlier when I was laughing at
it's like-
Peterson being like hard on that? Like that's exactly what I'm feeling
borderline
right now. It's like
Oh, that was the energy I
split
had.
mind,
No, I feel excited.
Whatever you
Yeah, man.
think in your mind is different from reality. Because that should connect. And the reason why I'm calling this magic is this is what wizards and priests and mages and people in the past have done. And people have actually been, especially in Christian societies, they've been burned at the stake because they've been caught writing things down because they understood how powerful written word.
Bro, you got to be
So, like,
clipping this
it's
stuff.
this
This
is
is fire,
am.
man. This
Oh,
is
what I'm
good.
talking about right
This
now.
is good
This is how I
stuff.
talk to my
Talk about this
clients
enough.
about
These are
writing
words
down your
that mean
workout.
anything
Let's
to
write out
society.
your day.
Nobody
We
has
don't know
any
when you're working
respect
out.
for what they say.
Like, how are we gonna work
It's
out?
like-
We don't know how
And
much
this
you're
is why
sleeping.
I want to start the
Because like, if
planner
you're getting 2
with
hours a
everybody.
night, like,
Because
the fuck's the
again,
point of
like,
working out?
I'm gonna
Yeah.
focus
When are you
on your
eating?
mindset.
Or is it a
your nutrition,
drive-through?
your
You eating at
training.
home?
You need to
You gotta get your
put that
schedule
in
done.
your schedule,
But
right?
I bring it up
But
like
we're gonna grow
esoterically.
that
I'm like,
word
oh
with
fuck, how am
you.
I gonna speak, like a normal person?
This is.
To this
I
person.
love this.
Hell yeah, I appreciate
This
it.
is
That was just
awesome.
that was off the dome. I'm like, I just gotta say something.
Yep.
'Cause it's that easy, bro. Like, I got so many thoughts. Like, I had a lot of caffeine in me and shit. I'm like, oh, perfect. I'll make a video.
Yeah.
Because usually I'm like talking to myself. I'm like, oh my god, I gotta get the camera.
Get it
on.
out. Yes.
I'm talking to myself.
Dude, this is epic.
doing the same thing. I'm just not a lunatic because the camera's in front of me.
Dude, I
But
love
this
it.
is how. Yeah,
Keep it going. This is going to work.
appreciate it. Thank
Keep it going.
Yeah, I want to. I have. There's this one guy I watch every day, and this is legit what he does after a workout because he's in a good vibe, good frequency. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? He goes on camera and he just kills it.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh my, and he makes it routine too. Like
Yep.
some of his videos are 5 minutes. I'm like, this
Yep.
is easy.
Yeah, you can be doing that easy.
Oh my, yeah, totally.
I'm stoked for you, bro.
Thanks,
I'm
appreciate
stoked
it.
for you.
Yep.
It means a lot.
When's this going out?
What?
This pod?
Right. Well, after Dickey's, I guess.
When are you posting this?
I mean, I could just post it right away, right?
It's going to be ready. We're going to have it edited and
Yeah, I'm
done.
gonna do it right after.
This is your phone, right?
That's my phone.
No,
Are you serious?
Yeah.
My phone's
I
right
have
here.
to edit- I have all the audio.
He's
anyway.
got iPhone. He could just airdrop.
I
it
gotta
to me.
drop it to me anyway because I have the audio.
Oh, dear. Well, now,
I'm just gonna have to.
Well,
make
what's
it.
wrong?
well,
I'll just line them both up. We're just
now
gonna
you got
stop
an hour and a half fucking video file that you got to get from him somehow.
Well, I was gonna have to take it for the audio
Wait,
anyway.
you just
No,
gonna
he could have
airdrop
just
it?
gotten the. If he would have done it on his phone,
Oh, the audio would have been smaller. You're right.
you just take the audio, send that to
Oh,
him,
yeah,
and then he
yeah.
puts it in iMovie and lines it up and saves it to his phone, and it's done. Now you have this massive file
Yeah, that would have been smart.
that we need to get to him somehow.
I'll just Google Drive it. It'll take me all night, but I'll just put it up there.
Yeah, you'll have to like let it go overnight.
I appreciate it, Dickey.
Yeah, we'll talk about it off
I'm gonna have to
air.
do both of them anyway,
Yeah.
just like I did the first one.
Hey, but like the shit I'm talking about right here, bro. Everybody's word is fucking shit. Like this is why you can't write anything in a planner because school is supposed to teach you this, bro. And I get pissed off with people, bro. In college, bro, I scheduled out. This is a little crazy, but every 5 minutes.
To write?
No, of my day, every 5 minutes.
To writing.
No, to what I was doing. Like I had everything down for every 5
Oh,
minutes. It was fucking insane.
Oh, wow.
Like if I was a minute late, I'd be like, "Hey, bro, I gotta go right now," and you know what
Oh
I'm saying,
my
walk somewhere
God.
else. But I was efficient. I was getting things done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's when I found out, like, oh shit, this is fucking magic. These shit's coming out of nowhere. I'm just writing spells. I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, I want to write all the time.
Yep.
It's legit fucking magic. But people don't understand it. And the word's shit because I write something down, I gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh fuck. And if I erase it, I'm gonna know I erased it.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna feel like shit. I'm like, oh, I went back on myself. I'm like, I gotta write it down.
Yep.
And to be in shape, bro, you need it. Well, not even just to be in shape, yes, but like a business or anything. Anybody successful, bro, they have a schedule.
Yep.
Or, no lie, I'm saying everything in my fucking video right now. Like, that outsource it to like a secretary or event. You know what I'm saying? Like, sole occupations on this. But I'm for real on that.
I write every day. I'm with you.
Yeah, hell
I
yeah.
write every single day. I get up at 4 a.m. and I read and write.
Yes, as you should. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Bro, I can't talk to my clients like this because this is what's going to help them. But, like, it's just too, I get esoteric with
But,
it.
Enley, you got to understand, this is what people are going to be wanting, is this.
Oh, online, not in real life, though. In
This
real
is the
life,
only thing
I
that
look like
sets
a
you apart.
lunatic.
No,